and start over again a little bit. Okay, so I'm in the northern hemisphere. In the northern hemisphere, we're entering winter time. We are in the winter solstice. And the winter solstice is when the sun goes beneath the horizon and it's far away. And the Sirius star is super far and it's super cold because Sirius isn't over here anymore. And so, with that being said, we're going to start off with talking about the planets that have gone beneath the horizon, which is from Libra to Pisces. Okay, um, and then I'll go over above the horizon tomorrow. For those of you guys who are experiencing the summer solstice, lucky duckies. But let's talk about it. So, first we're going to start with the tropical chart. The tropical chart deals with your thoughts. All right. So starting at Libra, at the Libra line is the 10th house. The 10th house is on the beginning of the 0 degree Libra line. Okay. And so we're beginning achievement, success, all of that. The node is here. The south node is here on in Libra. So where we're coming from, and then during the solstice, it was at a 2 degree too, so it was on a space of wisdom. So we're coming from like what we've known to be true in our bonds and contracts, um, interpersonal relationships, stuff like that. And then we have Lilith also here in Libra. Now, Lilith is actually in the 11th house, which is, being rebellious to law and order. Like I was saying earlier, the perfect example for that is the guy who unalived the CEO of United Healthcare. That is a perfect example of taking law and order into your own hands, being rebellious, and going to our primordial ways of balancing some scales. You'll see a lot more of that happening as we are in the sun is in the south, giving us those southern experiences. And then we have, then we enter Scorpio. The 12th house also starts with Scorpio, so transformations happening is on is a spiritual experience. Again, this is a tropical chart, so this is all our thought process, how we thinking about things. Whatever's hidden beneath the horizon, dreams, subconscious, all of that, big transformations happening there, empowerment, truth coming out. A lot of you guys are becoming more intuitive, which is really dope. Then we have the second house starting in Scorpius energy. So the cardinal degrees, Be Love from Camden, New Jersey in here. Peace, Be Love. Peace, peace. I'm also from New Jersey. Um, so having the second house, no, the first house start in Scorpio. So our auric body is in Scorpio. Transformations happening there on the energy that we give off. I kind of just got here not too long ago. I don't know who's in here and who's not, my love. Have a like. Thank you for the like. I appreciate you. And then the first house is also over Sagittarius. True, true New Jerseyans. Yes, yes. Born and raised. The first house is also in Sagittarius. So not only do we initially, feel our auric body having transformations and empowerment and the truth coming out, but then we get the wisdom from the oracles and sage thereafter. Mercury is also in Sagittarius in the first house. That is why the solstice and the space and time, how Mercury is placed, it's a great time to invoke the things that you want in your space, communicate with the spirits, communicate with the oracles and sages, get the downloads that you need, pay attention to your nervous system. Mental health is very important here. Be mindful of what you speak into existence because you are definitely in the midst of the soils of really bringing things into fruition. This is around the time people start talking about their plans, holiday plans, New Year's resolutions, vacations they want to take in the spring and summer. People really start making plans on that, and that's in divine alignment with realizing that we are in a space of invocation and really speaking things into an existence in our space. Hey, hi, Daraje. Did I pronounce it correctly? And my apologies if I did not, because I cannot stand it when people mispronounce my name. But peace to you. Happy Sunday. Happy solstice, y'all. And so then the second house starts in Sagittarius. So this is the house of wealth, business, priorities, and value. Starts in that space as well. And then we had the sun. Remind you, this is going back to 1221 at 4:20 a.m. when the solstice was solsticing. So we had the sun right there. Now it's sitting in Capricorn. You know, our experiences, we're taking root. So this is kind of like Sussy Among Us. You're a suspect. I don't know too much about Among Us besides what my children tell me, but I'm a suspect. You a suspect? I'm confused. But yeah. So during the autumn equinox, right? That was during Virgo Libra season. We were in the harvest. We were speaking into existence things that we want. The universe blessed us with a couple of eclipses. We had a solar eclipse, a lunar eclipse. It was a great time, right? We spoke our seeds into the cosmos, right? We said what we wanted. Hey, Aunt. And so now during the solstice, our seeds have been in the dark soil. We give thanks because, we got deeper and deeper into the soil. The darkness was longer and longer to the point now we're having the longest night of the year, right? And so now we're in a space where like our experiences and our thought process taking root. So now the seed is starting to sprout, it's starting to open up. The roots are, going out into the soil and gathering the minerals and stuff. And that's Capricorn energy. Capricorn rules over the root chakra. Peace to you. How you doing, love? What you up to over there? And so that is the sun's experience in Capricorn. The second house is also here. So sprouting in that space of love, wealth, business. So speaking into existence some things that you want in those realms of things. Actually, when you deal with Mercury, you're saying what you want in your vortex because Mercury is over there in the first house. And then the sun is going to give you experiences of what you prioritize and where your heart is at. So if you're speaking things in existence that's not in alignment with your heart, the universe is going to show you what's in alignment with your heart, not what you chatting about. So be mindful of that. If you don't get exactly what you ask for, how you ask for it, it's like, do you really believe in what you're asking for, though? You know what I'm saying? Then we move on to the third house, which starts in Capricorn, so we get a little bit of that community, communication, and intellect there. And then the third house moves into Aquarius, so that's more so an Aquarian energy, starting to be more around the we of things, especially with the air being in an air house. So it's a nice connection with society as well as familial. You know what I'm saying? So having like that bridge between the two. So we like to have our friends. Probably start having your friends coming to family functions or family members meeting your friends, something like that. Pluto is here at a 0 degree. I look nice today. Thank you. I feel regular, but I appreciate you. I'm sure I'm a reflection of you at this moment. As far as looking nice, I'm sure you look nice as well, my love. Pluto is creating transformations and empowerment here in society as we know it, as well in the third house with our family. There will be a lot of transformations in the matriarchs and the patriarchs who have been in charge and controlling the families and societies. A lot of deaths happening with some major individuals, people that have been controlling societies and families. We see like a swing of pendulum happening here heavy. Venus is also here in Aquarius in the third house. So it's definitely in alignment with our heart chakra again. Like I said, bridging the gap between our family and our friends, people we've known our life to people we're starting to get to know. There's a big transformation happening here with our heart chakras as well as what we value and what we prioritize. Then we come into the fourth house of home and family, which starts off in Pisces energy. So home and family is going into the deep waters of Okun. Our sense of belonging, your soul tribe. During this last quarter, you guys are going to meet a lot of people. You guys are going to be reintroduced to a lot of people because you're going to realize a lot of people are here for your soul experience and how well your soul has grown and expanded. And some people are only here for a short minute to see how much you've grown and expanded. You know what I'm saying? Then they're going to be out like, oh yeah, she's still not going for that, or he's still not going for that. Gotta go. But if you're still going for that, they're going to stick around. But it is a soul experience. Be mindful, we are in the last weeks of the fiscal year of 8. That means that next year we're going to give birth to what it is that we've been working on all this year, that we were studying all in the year of 7, that we were applicating into our daily routine and into our hearts in the year of 6, that we were forcing in the year of 5. We were found that we belonged more so to in the year 4. We were nurturing in the year 3. We were speaking it and we were curious and we were being introduced to it. In the year 2, we started prioritizing different things and started seeing value and beauty in different things. In year 1, we was just getting started. So the last 8 years, pay attention. What was you doing in like 2000? What was that, 16, 17? What was y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? What was y'all working on? Where was your mindset at? You know what I'm saying? What was you trying to build? What was your manifestation and stuff like that? So I tell people, I stress heavily on keeping journals. You can even go back to your 2017 Facebook or Instagram or whatever memories or whatever to see what that was looking like. So you can come to a sense of like, oh, okay, I was at that space and time. This was what I wanted. So now you're in 9th, you're going to give birth to the life that looks like that. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you're just going to repeat another 9-year cycle to give birth to something. But that's okay too. There's nothing wrong with that because you get another opportunity. You're still here. Anywho, so that's them over there in Aquarius. Transformations, empowerment, pendulum swinging. You're going to see a lot of rest in peace, images to matriarchs and patriarchs of families. Um, or not even just like people ascending, just the power shifting. I appreciate you like hearting the page too. Thank you. And so then in the Pisces, we have fortune happening here. So if you tap into your spiritual self, your Akashic records, your subconscious, your dreams, that's where the fortune is. With spotlight, you have Saturn here as well, creating challenges in our spiritual self. So a lot of the pushback that's happening in this space and time is spiritually inclined. Also realize, fix my posture. Also realizing that, like I said, a lot of the thoughts in your head that are telling you, well, this can go wrong, that can go wrong, this is wrong, that is wrong. Don't fall to them emotionally. That's not what they're there for. They're there to give you the thoughts ahead of time of what you need to prepare for. So have conversations with those thoughts instead of succumbing to them and letting them depress you. Have an energy exchange until you come up to a solution that no longer makes those sounds valid anymore. Okay. Um, we also have, excuse me, we also have what is that? Neptune. We also have Neptune in Pisces. Sorry, I couldn't see that. It's so small. Neptune in Pisces as well. Neptune is in its home space in Pisces. We started the solstice at a 2-7 degree, which was really cool because it's that balance and harmony. 2 can deal with Maya energy. 7 definitely deals with the opus scales, the scales of justice. 2 and 7 to come together and make 9, which is a sense of wholeness and completion. So your subconscious is giving birth based on things, based on how you are. Yeah, how well balanced you are, how well alignment you are with your internal law. The North Node is sitting in the 4th house as well, but we're in Aries with it. So we're moving towards new beginnings in our home and family and sense of belonging. Places where you felt comfortable and that you felt that you belonged in, you're not going to feel that too much longer. It might be a little difficult because Aries is a fire. It is like a militant type of energy. So with that being said, it might not be like a very comfortable kick out. You might get fired, or your house might catch on fire like mine did. It's whatever's clever. Oh, you put me in the spotlight. Oh, thank you. Hey, Miguel. Um, yeah, all that stuff. But it's cool though. We're going to the new beginnings. This is where the North Node is. And so, as far as Aries goes, now we go into the 5th house. The 5th house dealing with Leo, confidence, courageousness. So now we have the Leo house, which is a fire house, in alignment with Aries, which is another fire. So we have the cardinal and fixed fire energy hanging out together, which is very like. And guess who we have there? Chiron. Over there, transmuting our wounds into a superpower. So in this space and time, it's really important to work on your heart chakra. Again, coming back to working on how you listen to those sounds in your mindset because they may be invoking some Chiron energy, and the whole thing is to have a desire to want a new beginning. So instead of succumbing to them and listening to the sounds that's telling you what's wrong and what's this is what's that, have a dialogue with them because they're basically just showing you what needs to be changed, what you need to work on, what you probably should be more so focused on in your realms of manifesting instead of what you're actually focused on. A lot of time we want to manifest a bunch of material things, but and then in our minds, it's clear as day, we're having mental, emotional, and spiritual imbalances. But if we just manifest this house and this car and this successful business and the followers and the sales and the funds and all this stuff instead, we can easily ignore the other stuff and stuff like that. Meanwhile, we're over here still succumbing to depression, and the sounds telling us you can't do that, you don't deserve that, you don't da 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 da. And so have conversations with those sounds. It'll help you a whole lot better with trying to manifest all the material stuff. You can do both. Nobody's saying you have to do one or the other. I'm just saying pay attention to those sounds. And also check on your weak friends who might be succumbing to those sounds. Also check on your strong friends because as they get stronger, so do the sounds. Okay? So then we go into the 6th house. Now we're dealing with health, wellness, and daily routine. The 6th house is pretty small right now. That's in Taurus energy. So your daily routine and your health and wellness should be in alignment with what you prioritize, okay? What you see value in. And, that's basically in a nutshell. There's no major celestial bodies over there. Uranus is in Taurus, but Uranus is in Taurus after the descendant line in the seventh house. So this is balance, harmony, and justice. This is now how you are absorbing energy, how you are receiving, recepting energy, in your sense of space, wellness, facets of love, forgiveness, and business and space. Uranus is the planet that gives us the progressive pushes that we need in our space to keep moving forward, right? Um, and that's what they do. I went too far because I really wasn't supposed to go to Aries and Taurus. Now that I realize I was supposed to stop at Pisces, but that is was beneath the horizon. Is from Scorpio to Pisces energy. We started off with Mercury in Sagittarius, the Sun in Capricorn, Pluto and Venus in Aquarius, bringing the we and the transformations. And that's a priority right now is society and community because that's happening in the third house. Then Pisces, our dreams, our subconscious, and all my hidden enemies. Tapped into my Akashic records gifted me. We have our fortune and we have the challenges of Saturn happening there, and we also have Neptune, enhancing our dreams and things of that nature in the fourth house of belonging. So that's what's happening beneath the horizon in our thought process. Now, what's happening beneath the horizon in our energy exchanges? Let's talk about it. Again, we are going from Libra down to Pisces. I'm going to stay on track this time. I'm not gonna go too far away this time. So in our actually energy exchanges, we have the 11th house starting over in Libra. We have Libra starting in the 11th house anyway. So balance, harmony, justice, truth, and righteousness happening to our society. And then we come into the 12th house. It's also a spiritual experience. So anybody's experiencing court, having to have your day in court, bonds, contracts, interpersonal relationships, marriages is heavy here too. Just any type of thing in that kind of space and time that is spiritually ordained. It's in alignment with what's supposed to be happening in the subconscious. A lot of you guys will be dreaming these things as well. Then we get into the sending energy in the first house, which is our auric self. So that Mercury is in Scorpio right now, in the first house. So as far as happenings go in this space and time, transformations happening in the education system, education, communications. We got how we commute to places because Mercury rules over that as well. Mercury also rules over like the little details of your daily routine. Um, Psychology, being of service, so public servants is being ruled in this energy. A lot of transformation happening here, pendulum swinging in power. A lot of people that were at the top stepping down, people getting promoted, people getting demoted, people moving on. It's a lot happening in this space. So you're going to see more transformations happening in the school and mental health realm heavy. I foresee it. In the second house, we deal with business and wealth as well as love and romance. We have the sun sitting here in Sagittarius, right? So having more abundant expansion, expansive, optimistic events. Be mindful of overly indulging in your sacral chakra, like your sensual self, your five senses. Listening to things too much, too loud, eating too much, drinking too much, smoking, whatever brings you joy. Be mindful of overindulging in those things because it will not do well for you with the sun sitting here in the second house. Some of the things that we prioritize don't do well for us. And then some of the things we do prioritize, they are well for us, but if you overdo it, like for some of you guys that like to overindulge into business, it's all business and nothing else. That's gonna bite you. So be mindful of that. And then we get into the third house. The third house is in Capricorn, so community. When we deal with the third house, we're dealing more so like tri-state area. So your tri-state area is dealing with Capricorn. A lot of challenges happening here. I speak on this all the time, but I know for a fact that 2025 is the year of 9, which is ruled by Sagittarius energy. Jupiter heavy here. If we get into the Kabbalah, we're talking about Yesod, that's the moon, and that's Cancer. No matter how way you look at it, it's time to turn that me, myself, and I into a we, us, and society. So in the actual happenings and energy exchanges in Capricorn, which brings us the challenges that we need, we have that happening in the third house. So a lot of these challenges are happening to our community, tri-state area, people down the street, down the lane, people you went to school with, cousins you grew up with, siblings, parents, grandparents, or whatever. Pluto is sitting there bringing transformations. Take a water break. Me, probably. I should, right? I had I had this cranberry juice, but I haven't. It was making my stomach hurt. It's sitting right here. This is what my water break was, but the first time I drank it, it didn't sit right. So I was like, "F it. Let me just get through this live, and then I'll drink something after." That was my mindset. You caught me. But yeah, so Pluto is sitting there. So, transformations building and destroying in your community in those spaces. The challenges that you receive is putting you in more powerful spaces. So the thing with Pluto is like you don't know where you're going to end up at because it's not a full circle. It's a figure eight. So with the figure eight, you could be anywhere in between the up and below on one side or the other side. So you can have plans about things, but like I said, if it's not in alignment with your heart and what you really feel, um, you're not going to be there. You're going to be in alignment with what's on your heart, and that's why it's really important to pay attention to that tropical chart and what's going on in your thought process, and aligning your personal chart with the current chart in that realm of things. Um, we also have Venus sitting here in Capricorn. So challenges happening to that heart chakra, to provide that strength, right? And prioritizing, how we face these challenges, prioritizing the challenges that we have in our community and the challenges we have in that immediate circle of family. And then we move on to the fourth house of home and family and a sense of belonging, which is sitting in Aquarius in our events. So, coming back, challenges coming to the business. That's what I meant to get into. So Capricorn deals with infrastructure. Now we're getting into government infrastructure, corporate infrastructure, like the order of hierarchy, the boards of things. And there's a big transformation happening there. A lot of secrets coming out in that realm of things. Especially in business with CEOs because Venus is over there in Capricorn. A lot of them are having challenges and facing challenges, especially the more individuals. A lot of individuals are moving away from corporations and consumerism and stuff like that. And that's, weighing heavy with that Pluto and Venus over there in Capricorn. Um, now let's go to Aquarius. Aquarius is the we. This is society coming together, being rebellious, socially detached. Um, we have the fortune there, so tapping into your society, being unique, being rebellious, being, you know you're like a part of the group, but you're also a part of the group because you walk in your unique authenticity and you're just gravitating what's unique to you. um and that's where you'll find your sense of belonging, as Aquarius is in the fourth house. So this is affecting your home, your family, how you're being nurtured. Nurture your unique self. Don't put no mask on. Please be authentic so you can attract the tribe that you're supposed to be in alignment with. I'm telling you, the year nine is about we, and nobody likes to be in a room full of people they don't really like. They can't really be themselves around. They can't talk the way they want to talk. They can't move how they want. Nobody wants that. That's why a lot of people put a whole bunch of effort into avoiding people now because they're not in alignment with the people they want to be around. Hey Cynthia. Hey Fupa. So Saturn is also in Aquarius, providing challenges to society and to that nurturing of society because there's a lot of things that society has been holding on to, a lot of ways of society that's just not in alignment and is going to be challenged. Okay, and also the infrastructure of the way society is set up as well as the home is going to be challenged as well. Again, there's going to be like promotion and demotion of patriarchs and matriarchs. um yeah, the younger generations are going to start being in charge. The older generations are going to start stepping down and letting them take over and take care of this and do that. So y'all, stay in y'all posts. um Neptune is also, well, now we move into Pisces, which is also in the fourth house. And this is the last placement beneath the horizon before we get into the New Year's of Aries. And so we have Neptune here giving us the dreams and secrets. So, paying attention to your dreams, your subconscious, your daydreams, meditation, grounding yourself, all of those things focusing on home and family, sense of belonging. A lot of you guys know what I'm talking about already, as far as like who in your family is about to do this and who in your family is about to do that, and what groups and clubs you're about to join in, and what kind of nurturing you need. What do you require? The North Node is also here. So we're moving towards, North Node is sitting real close to Neptune and Pisces in the fourth house as well. So it's moving us more towards our intuitive, our spiritual, our nurturing selves, more, people going inward, more energy being in tune with feminine energy, all of that stuff. A lot of crying, a lot of hugs, a lot of healing, I feel. And a lot of deceit coming out, after the challenges of Aquarius. So that's what we have beneath the horizon there as far as our events and our happenings go. You can expect a lot of challenges to our infrastructure, the things going as we know it, transformations happening in our society, in our familial structure, as well as our business structure. And I'm telling y'all, please, please, please work on your mental and emotional health before y'all go start manifesting stuff, because it's not about what you say, it's about where your heart is at when you say it. So while that's happening in our events, what's happening in our soul? Right. So in our soul, from Libra to Pisces, we have in Libra, we have Lilith over there giving us the primordial rebellious energy. We have the South Node there as well, which is our comfort self. We can pray for this bad cut, please. I prayed out. I prayed, but need it again. Can we pray for this bad cut? You got a bad haircut? You gotta grow that joint out. They got spray paint for that. I don't know what you're saying. I'll pray for you though. No, like cut my hand. Oh, you cut your hand. Is it bad? Did you go to the doctor? You got stitches or something? It's infected? Well, I hope it gets better. Sending you healing vibes, my love. Oh, and then it's cool because, I told y'all about I'm gonna show you in a minute, but I told y'all about the square that we had. Right now the square was with I'll get into that in a minute. I'm going off on a tangent. My bad, y'all. So let's talk about Draconic chart, our soul experience. So our soul, like I tell y'all, how things are going on in our mind and in our body. On the other side, there is spiritual things happening too. There are, spirits, that have been in charge, that are being demoted, some being promoted and stuff like that. Because as above, so is below, as within, so is without. So everything that we're going through on this side is also being done on the other side. This is a spiritual war. We are spirits just chilling in a human body. The human body is nothing but a car. I picked a really good one. I like this car. You know what I'm saying? I wish the leg, one of my tires blew out. But, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But, we're spirits in the human body. I share. And so let's talk about the spirit. So the spirit's experience having that rebellious energy towards the law, justice, and truth, and the things that, we've been led to believe. Soul contracts is heavy here. A lot of people rebelling against the soul contracts. Our comfort with the and things, is going towards the Aries energy, which is new beginnings in our comfort zone in that realm. Scorpio is in the 12th house. Transformations happening again, like I said, people being promoted and demoted on the other side, which is why, like I said, in the happenings, there may be some deaths happening and people being born, but like, I won't say it's not any death because, it's always important, but a lot of it is like matriarchs and patriarchs or an important people or people in leadership positions are going to be passing on because their energy has to go to the other side to do the other things, all right? And then some people, they're going to the other side because they got to restart the school because they didn't keep their heart light as a feather. They weren't fulfilling their soul contract here. They weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing, how they were supposed to be doing it. And, now they finally being called on as we enter the age of Aquarius. Pluto's in Aquarius, opening up that, that scope of society. And the fact that Neptune has been in its home space in Pisces is opening up that, spirit can see through the tunnel. It's kind of like, oh, my telescope finally opened. And now I'm looking through my telescope. What the fuck? What are y'all doing? It's like one of those conversations. Oh, nah. Them, bring them over here. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them type of situations that's happening here, with between Lilith and Libra, 12th house and Scorpio. The first house is starts in Scorpio. It's auric energy. So it's like the energy your soul's giving off, That's determining where your transformation is going to be at. Again, you can talk all the things because we've been trained to say, I want a house, I want a car, I want money. Yeah, we've been trained that, but where is your spirit at? Where is your heart at? That's what really matters. Um, because Mercury is over here in the first house in Sagittarius. So when the universe responds back, they're responding based upon where your energy is at. What is based upon, what is your frequency really saying? The sun is over here in second house in Sagittarius. So the priorities and what your soul values, what I'm saying, is heavy here too. The second house is also in Capricorn. So challenges happening in that realm of things as well. Then we have Pluto sitting in Capricorn in our soul's experience. Like I said, the infrastructure on the spiritual side of things is also undergoing transformation and secrets and things being coming out. Now Pluto over there is in the third house, so like the little clicks between the spirits and stuff like that. You might even see some stars, like constellations of stars changing as stars start appearing and other stars start disappearing. I know the biggest main one that we have right now is the way Earth is about to be tilted or positioned. We're about to lose sight of Saturn's rings. So hopefully we don't lose no textbook information or nothing reminding people that Saturn has rings, because it's going to come to a point where they're going to reappear and like, oh shit, Saturn had rings, did we know this? Like yes, we did. I'm looking for it to come out that Earth has rings too, but we'll get there later. um but that's all in alignment with the you know all that energy, the transformations happening in our infrastructure and stuff on the spiritual realm of things. Land rising and falling. The more our aura collectively comes to this mindset that there's aliens and this is happening, and they're doing spiritual warfare and da-da-da, the more that stuff is going to reveal itself to us, which is what's happening. um Venus is over there in Aquarius as well in the third house. So, like I said, attracting your soul tribe. A lot of people you're gonna meet are gonna look familiar. Their energy is gonna be way more familiar, than their face. But like, I know you from somewhere. Who are you? Like, what is this? Um, then we get to the house of home and family, the fourth house, a sense of belonging. The spirit, the soul tribe, spiritual tribe. Fourth house is over there in Pisces energy. The fortune is there. So when you meet these familiar people, let things run its course. Don't try to control, don't try to hold on, don't walk around with your hands closed. You gotta be mine, because spirits can't be put in a jar. It's like air energy. In that same retrospect, a lot of fortune comes from you flowing, through those experiences. You know what I'm saying? Challenges also happen here with the fortune, because why not? Why would you just get fortune for no reason? You know what I'm saying? We gotta give you challenges to see if that's really what you wanted. It's like when you finally meet your soul tribe. Now you done unlocked something, and now the monster that was coming after the whole squad gonna pop up. Like, yeah, I was waiting for the Power Rangers to come together. Yeah, like one of them type of situations. You know what I'm saying? Again, Neptune is also here, so we have a direct funnel between our mental and our spiritual self. So some of you guys, I would say, like, really get in the practice of just like being in your waking life on a spiritual level. I'll give y'all, what I do. What I do is, like, I'll sit and I work on my posture a whole lot better than what I'm doing right now. And I have my feet flat on the floor and I have my hands open like this on my knees, and just doing the dragon breaths, breathing into your gut, breathing into your chest, breathing into my neck area, my chest area, just being very intentional. I do my Reiki breaths into my my body, whatever hurts, whatever feels crazy, whatever. But as I'm breathing, I'm imagining like my my neurons, my arteries, my veins, they look like roots, right? And they're rooting me all the way down to the center of the earth. Yes, this takes about 15-20 minutes. You are going to be breathing for 20 minutes before you even get to anything, okay? And not only am I breathing, the roots of my feet into the center of the earth, I'm also imagining how tall my aura is. Now, this particular Akashic record book I read said 18 feet, which is pretty big. Um, you know, I would like to get into the other, soaps, ains, or whatever myself. So, you think about your aura as big as you want. My aura went all the way into outer space. It was way bigger than 18 feet. I was up there with the planes, okay? And so, but you do it however way you want. I did my above or below. My feet are going all the way to the center of the earth, and my aura is going just as high, okay? And so that's what I did. And then, I imagine, as I'm breathing, like this light coming through my heart. And now if it's specific people you want to speak to while you're breathing, you imagine like if you don't know the exact name or whatever the person or the entity you want to speak to, just imagine the kind of conversation you want to have, the kind of clarity you want to have, and the correct individual will reveal itself. By this time, you've been breathing for about 40-45 minutes, y'all. And we ain't even getting nowhere yet. We just in the space of like locking yourself in, okay? And so once you lock yourself in, then you start having that conversation with that entity. You know, you get those answers. You don't always use your throat chakra to where like I'm doing it now, communicating with y'all, but you can if you want to, if you feel comfortable, but you don't have to if you don't feel comfortable. It's however way you want to communicate. This is your aura, this is your space, this is your thing. Now, if you do that on a daily basis, I'll say a total of like, I do 99 minutes because y'all know I love my nines. You do whatever number works for y'all. But when you get done and you do that, and then also once you get done having that conversation, you get that clarity, you have to take breaths and close everything back up. That means you have to breathe until your roots come back into your body. Breathe until your aura comes back down. Breathe until your light goes in. Give thanks. Close everything up because you don't want to leave that shit open. Why? Because when you leave it open, you're leaving it open to other things. It's kind of like, you know, just like how you can have body parasites and bacteria and viruses and stuff. You can get that on the spiritual realm too. We don't want to play with that. So close everything up or whatever. Hola. Hey Dan. How you doing, beloved? So yeah, that's how I do it. It takes me about 99 minutes, sometimes a little bit longer than that. But if you do that every day for like once a day, it gets to the point where, you know, I still give myself that 99 minutes, but you get to the point where you're kind of like waking life in that state. Like the spiritual awareness just comes real easy. It's real easy to see like energy and feel it. You become way more sensitive. Now, if it's becoming too much for you, then intentionally breathe, like, you know, breathe yourself back to, you know, your physical self. You know what I'm saying? You know, shorten your aura, you know, shorten your roots. Like, bro, I just want to connect with the trees. I wasn't trying to get to the center of the earth. That was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, bring it smaller. I have had to do that a few times. As you can see, I had to cut my hair off and start over again. So, like, you know, I've had, you know, different experiences and, you know, cycles and stuff like that with that. Um, and I would just say be careful and always make sure you close things up whenever you're speaking to anything or anybody because you really don't want to open yourself up to nonsense. Because sometimes that nonsense comes in personified form and you meet people and you think they're for you and you're wondering why all this crazy shit's happening to you. Yeah, because they felt your aura and they couldn't wait to fucking pull out a straw. Anyway, my apologies for my language. So that is all of that. But we're definitely having a spiritual experience, finding our soul tribe and things of that nature. Um, Again, I'm going to do the northern hemisphere for people that are engaging in the summer solstice right now. You lucky duckies. I'll do that tomorrow. But today was the southern hemisphere. And those are the planets, those are the placements, those are the energies that we're going to experience. Um, I would like to do an elemental collective reading if that's cool with y'all, and then I'll close y'all out. I had you guys up here. Oh, I'm making good time. I only had y'all up here for like 37 minutes. Hey, look at the girl. Okay, cool. So let's do it. I want to start off with fire. I don't know why fire was on my mind first, but it is. All right. So for my fire showings, we have on the southern hemisphere. You guys we just have Sagittarius here. You know, Sagittarius is has Mercury and the Sun on the Vedic, but Mercury on the Draconic and the tropical. So our mindset is on invoking things in alignment with the Oracle and Sage, while we're still having you know, the Oracle and Sage type experiences and energy exchanges. So, you know, what we attract in our experiences is in alignment with what we speak into, you know, our spaces. So for my fire babies, you know, it's that heated energy. It's that getting angered. I talk to y'all about that all the time. Now everything deserves like a full forest fire in this space and time because, you know, we are in the dark soils and it will be very easy to invoke those type of things. Hey Liz, how you doing, beloved? Are you a Sagittarius? Are you a fire sign? Is that why you're here? You heard me? So, yeah, be mindful of that. This is in the second house. So this is in the house of home and family. And, you know, what we prioritize, Leo. Okay, that's why you're here. I'm doing fire right now. And what we prioritize for home and family and business. Business is a big one here for the fire energy. Also your aura, the energy you give off. So we're going to pull a reading for my fire babies. Passion flower, surrender. We got you guys focusing on your moon sign and your Neptune sign, 4 and 3, which is finding the foundation on your how you express yourself. Stability on how you express yourself is heavy here. Being mindful of your passion. Passion flower is good for your mindset. It's good for your mental health and love gratitude. So we're going to expand on that. With that, so I would, go to your chart, look at where your moon sign is, look at where your Neptune is. That's and let those placements, how they align with each other, what other placements support them, etc., and how that speaks to you, and surrender to those energies. Those are the spaces that you should be allowing to guide the way. And I'm pretty sure, because this is all water, and we know water quenches fire, can quench fire, so they'll probably like calm that fire in spaces where the fire should be calm. Okay. We also have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, overdoing it, overindulging, over creation, overwhelming yourself, any type of over. We don't want to be over. We don't want to be overboard. You want to be just right. You guys are very passionate beings and you want it all and you want it all right now. And I want you to have it all right now. But, patience is key here. Let spirit do its thing. Don't get caught up in the physical realm of things. In this year of 9, you guys are going to learn, especially if y'all been overdoing our fire energy. You guys are going to learn what reciprocating that energy really feels like, and it may be like an overdoing it kind of thing. We also have the reverse King of Wands. Exactly, those experiences are going to call on you to lower that fire energy and to fall back a little bit. Now we're going to talk about what Sephiroth for y'all to focus on in this last quarter of the year, while we in the horizon, under the horizon or whatever. King of Cups. We want you to focus on your water sign, of course. We want you to focus on, this is Chokma, which is ruled by Jupiter, working on your expansion and your optimism. You want to work on your emotions and your intuition. Once again, surrender to that moon and that Neptune sign is key here, okay? Second, we're going to see what chakra you guys should focus on while we are beneath the horizon with this winter energy. We want you to focus on your third eye chakra and work on your sense of gratitude, all right? And as far as the divination goes, I always got to do like a spiritual divination card. Hey, Mr. No Sleep. How you doing, beloved? Carelessness. Be mindful of carelessness during this last quarter of the year, y'all. And this is at a 6-0, so it's applying to your health, wellness, daily routine, your moral and integral code, and your Tippereth, which is ruled by Leo, the sun. That's your heart. I was telling you guys, I know how to speak things into existence, but make sure that your heart and your aura is in the right space. So now we're going to go with the water sign. So water sign beneath the horizon. I know we got Pisces down here. What else we got down here? We got Scorpio. We got Scorpio and Pisces beneath the horizon because Cancer is above over there in the summertime. And we don't have any water in the springtime. Interesting, right? Because we do get spring showers. Spring showers with no water signs. But yeah, so we're focusing on more so on Scorpios and Pisces, but this applies to all water signs, all right? For Scorpio, we do have the 12th house and the first house there. So the last in the beginning is over there in transformation. So the Alpha and Omega energy is undergoing transformations and imbalancing of power. How the society began, how the last society ended. Truths are coming out in that realm of things. Also in the Pisces realm, we have the North Node in our events of things, and we also have Neptune sitting here in our Piscean energy as well. In our spiritual experiences, we have the Fortune and we have Saturn creating challenges in that Pisces energy. So in our subconscious, our illusions, Akashic records, dreams, secrets, hidden enemies, hidden agendas, all that stuff is experiencing challenges. Dreaming, meditation, like I said, that deep breathing and exercising is heavy here. This is the direction that we're moving into. We're moving more so into our spiritual selves and all that fun stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna pull a card for y'all water babies. I have Metamorphosis for y'all. I like that. It's on the 7. So you want to focus on your moon and Pluto. Transformations to our intuitive self. Hey, motivation hustler. Transformations, metamorphosis being in tune with the feminine energy is heavy here. You see, you got the menstrual cycle. You see her, you know, rising above her old self. Paul de Arco is the herb here, and we move in gratitude. So let's expand on that, on the metamorphosis and the growing. You see she has the Kali energy with the 50 gates and the 50 men, and she's also taking her mask off and taking a breath. So, you know, that's what you water babies are going to be experiencing in space and time as well, with the transformations and the Saturn challenges, is taking that mask off. You know what I'm saying? We have the devil card here. Be mindful of your motivations, you know, being too caught up in the materials, doing things by any means. We want to get rid of that energy, and also be mindful that energy is coming to you, especially to my super sensitive ones out here. Y'all feeling the 9 energy very heavily, as 9 is ruled by Cancer in the Kabbalah. This is Yesod. This is foundation of things. And, you know, Supreme Mathematics, this is giving birth, being born. The things that you guys have been working on, my water babies, you're giving birth to. Hey, Patrick. So be mindful of that as well. Also expanding, we have the reverse strength card. So yeah, I want y'all to, it's somebody that's going to be taking advantage of y'all with the devil card. So we gotta upright this joint, but for now we're here, you know. And you know, once we start working on the metamorphosis and taking the mask off and walking in our power a lot more to our water babies, we can upright that, and we can downgrade that devil card that's over there lurking and plotting and thinking they got power and they got say so, whatever, what have you. Okay. And now let's focus on what Sephiroth, what energy of self, that's going to help us take this mask off, gain our strength, and, you know, make the devil go away. We got the Ace of Cups. This is the Ketters. So y'all downloads, listen to spirit, follow your intuition. Definitely following your downloads. That is the alignment of, you know, the moon, and Pluto transformations, and like enforcing those downloads that you get in your space, being the Ace of Cups. Good news happening in the realms of Eight of Cups too. So if you guys taking off your mask, moving in your metamorphosis, is it painful? Yes. I don't know if y'all ever had a period before, but it's not the most fun thing to have. However, at the end of it, you do feel a whole lot better. You feel lighter. You know, the next part of the cycle after, you know, you get done shedding all of that, your voice is nicer, you know, you're getting yourself ready to be fertile, and it's a fun time here, you know what I'm saying? So it's always nice after that realm of things. So after the hard stuff comes the fun stuff. We are going to focus on our heart chakra and gaining wisdom in our heart chakra. Wisdom is discernment, and we get that wisdom after exercising this knowledge, the Ketters. That's what this is, the Ketters. So once you get the Ketters, the downloads, Spirit wants you to exercise it and work on your emotional connection as you're exercising this, okay? Work on, you know, you get your discernment, you know, if I do this, what I downloaded, this will happen, that'll happen, and that'll bring you closer to your understanding, which we have been talking about heavy in this month of 3, this month of understanding, right? Social problems at a 22. 22 is 4. That's Cancer energy, also a sense of belonging from a master architects. So there may be some issues with finding a sense of belonging, especially with where you're at, because right now where you're at, you're with all this devil energy, and this devil energy only likes it when you're like this. So if you want to, you know, be on top of yourself and get the wisdom and stuff like that, yeah, you know, embrace those social problems and let them people out your face, because, you know, it's not where you're supposed to be. Anywho, let's go into my air energy. So of course we have Libra down there, and we have Aquarius as well. So in Libra, in our thoughts, we have the north node, and not the north node, we have the south node, and we have, which is our comfort self, where we're coming from, and then we have the Lilith, you know, given a rebellious primordial self, how we go against the grain. And then I believe it's like we skip between the 11th house, which is an air house, Aquarius house of social, you know, interaction, social detachment, and uniqueness. And then we also have the 12th house that could be on Libra as well, which is our subconscious and our dreams on what justice is supposed to look like, bonds and contracts. Marriage is a big one. A lot of marriages happening here. A lot of divorces happening here too. Sovereignty, you know, the contracts with the government, contracts with businesses and corporations. A lot of contract making and breaking happening here. A lot of paper pushing, a lot of paperwork, paper pushing. Um, in Aquarius, which is the other one that we have out here beneath the horizon, we do have in our mindset, we have Pluto providing transformations, making the pendulum swing in our society, and we have Venus showing our love, priorities, our value, you know, business, wealth happening in Aquarius as well too. So the wealth and the money and things is in society, transformation of power is also there, and that's, you know, what we have kind of across the board over there. So for my air babies, it's really like y'all preparing for a sense of transformation in your weaves, because you know Gemini deals with the community that you grew up with. Libra deals with your interpersonal relationships, one-on-one relationships, and business type of relationships. And then Aquarius deals with society as a whole. So it's a lot of we that's undergoing transformations of power and infrastructure. Okay, so preparing yourself for that. Socializing won't be the same. You know, who you want to be around, who you are around, who you want to, the kind of people you want to connect to, being more intentional, coming out of that isolation, solitude energy, because there's no more room for that. I mean, if you go that route, I wouldn't suggest it. It's not the best, you know, survival tactic to do right now, especially entering the year of 9. But you know, it should thug this. So do your thing. We had that year of isolation already, and we'll have it again in the year of 1, just like we had, and we'll have it again in the year of 7. Those are the, in the year 4 as well. Those are great times to be by yourself and go inward and figure it out. But in this period of time, it's definitely time to go outward and be a part of the collective and the unit. And just know, like, also being mindful of not overdoing it and finding a sense of stability amongst, like, you know, trying to be everything to everybody and being the socialite. So as far as the theme of your reading, cards is all sticky. Oh, I never pulled this card before. Action. Taking action is heavy here. 2 and 1 is the wisdom and the knowledge. We got Natal here. And this is Mars and Pluto. So enforcing things in your space, your solar plexus chakra, is what you guys want to focus on, my air babies. Enforcing your boundaries. Hey, Aaron. Aaron. Enforcing your boundaries, your internal laws heavy here, not just towards other people, but especially for yourself. Like if there's a certain life you want to live, certain people you want to be around and stuff like that, you have to encourage yourself to emulate that energy that you're seeking. Okay, and it's not just meditating. After you guys get done meditating and speaking and thinking and stuff, actually put forth the energy to do it. You know what I'm saying? And that requires a certain level of focus to get it done. Y'all pulled the devil card too. Oh, y'all is the devils. Cause Water had it in reverse. I mean, Water had it upright. Y'all got it in reverse. So y'all is the ones that's doing the things. That's funny. Um Leave the water babies alone, air babies. Leave them alone. Stop being mean. I'm gonna conquer it all. But yeah, some of y'all airheads, y'all intentions is going to be revealed. So be mindful of that and be, you know, you might want great things, but if your intentions aren't correct, it ain't gonna go well. And leave the water babies alone, like I said. Okay, we got the 3 of Pentacles. So manifesting things into the physical realm is heavy for you guys. Just like I said, being mindful, you taking action. It's one thing to, you know, pray and meditate and wish it to existence, but it's time for you guys to really like start rolling up y'all sleeves and start moving, especially with Pluto over here. Pluto's gonna start putting y'all in some powerful positions, but some of y'all gonna be this motherfucker being in that powerful position. I don't know if we want you there. They done replaced one dictator with another one. Oh yeah, our the guy that's about to go into the president joint is an air baby, ain't he? But so was his runner up though. They both was air. You had Gemini, which was intellect, and then in community, and then you had Libra, which is feelings and emotion, and more so into bonds and contracts. So that was an interesting versus. I ain't gonna hold you. So as far as like the Sephiroth for you guys to focus on, my air babies, y'all want to focus on y'all Jabora and your Chesed, which is Jabora is your enforcer, your boundaries, your restriction, your discipline, while Chesed is your Mayat, your mercy and your expansion. So you want to have a balance between how you discipline and the mercy that you give, or the grace that you give others. So you want to focus on your solar plexus chakra, and like I said, with the Natal in action, but then also with your sacral chakra with that energy of Mayat. So realign yourself with the internal laws of things. You know what I'm saying? Leo is a good vibe for y'all. Also pull the strength. That is the strength card as well. Um, so you, air and water, y'all have a nice like equal opposite connection. Your twin flames might be in water. Water babies, y'all twin flames might be in the air sign. Y'all might meet. Y'all gonna align in some type of way. Y'all just make sure them energy exchanges are in divine alignment and no one is taking advantage of the other person or trying to walk and talk circles around the other person. I do see some manipulation coming from the air onto the water. Uh, and then also just when I said that out loud, that sounds like a lot of storms coming this way as well. But more intellect. Oh, and oh, you know what? That does make sense. That does sound like the alignment of walking out of the age of Pisces and walking into the age of Aquarius as well. Less believing and more knowing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. As far as your, yep. See, y'all, the air is doing too much. Air is doing, work on the trickery in your heart, okay? While the air babies work on the wisdom in their heart. See, yeah, y'all gonna meet y'all twin flames. Y'all gonna meet y'all equal opposite, and it's gonna be a test of y'all intentions and how y'all move and how y'all taking advantage of people, or how y'all, allowing people to take advantage of you guys. Make sure that y'all stay on y'all ones and twos. It could be really good. Y'all gonna have social problems too. That's crazy. Yeah, y'all in alignment with the water. All right. So last and most certainly not least, yeah, this is kind of crazy. It's gonna be. I don't know why I keep thinking about the president too, but it's some air energies because he ain't the only air. You got some shit might come out about Kamala ass. I don't know what his vice president sign is. Hey, Miss Sunshine, how you doing? Um, might be a water sign. Might be a water sign. But y'all work on tricking people and playing with people's emotions because y'all smart. We don't want that. Hey, Kayshawn. Peace, peace. We about to do Earth now. So, peace to the Earth gods. So, for Earth, we have beneath the horizon, we have Capricorn. And that's the only earth that we have over here beneath the horizon. Capricorn rules over the root chakra. So it's how, our seeds that we planted during the harvest season, during Libra, they done blew in the wind. They got watered by Scorpio. They got the light of life of Sagittarius and the DNA code of Sagittarius, the oracle wisdom energy. So now we're coming into Capricorn where they're actually like sprouting out of the seeds. Hi, I'm good, and you? I'm pretty good, Sunshine. I'm glad you're good. Happy solstice, y'all. How was the solstice treating you guys? So now for my earth, um, you got the sun giving us more experiences and the challenges, more experiences in our roots. So for earth, as far as your mindset goes, a lot of y'all gonna go back to like origins of why you feel certain ways about certain things, why you think certain ways about certain things, and had come to those revelations. A lot of shadow work happening to my earth babies, as far as the thought process goes. And our actually energy exchanges, we have Pluto and Venus in Capricorn in the third house. So a lot of transformations and power exchanges, a lot of earth people being put in powerful positions and pulpits on stages and stuff like that. You could expect a lot of earth signs receiving transformations. Be mindful of how you deal with the transformations, how you prioritize things in your space. Earth energy, be mindful of your heart and how you feel about things when you're manifesting things into your space is heavier. Um, and for my earth babies, a lot of the stuff is going towards your community, being more social, going more outward. And wow, like while air and water seems to be more so about like interpersonal relationships, like one-on-ones, more so intimate, you guys seem more like community, like your town. See you guys being in more important spaces in your town, maybe in your job, if your job has like a nice like group of people, or in your business, but you have like a group of employees or a group of clients, stuff like it's like a group. It's a group that we're focused on here, and also familial, of course, with the third house as well. But transformations and a lot of empowerment here. This is also where your wealth is going to come from too, being tapped into this community. So being mindful of that as well, and just taking deep breaths when the transformations occur, because Capricorn is a cardinal earth, doesn't really like to be told what to do or directed because of like the trust issues. This is a winter sign. Wintertime has a hard way of warming up and gaining new perspectives. So like a lot of these transformations are going to be very like pushy, very hard, big punches. Wanna know why? Because we know how hard it is to move the earth. So some of it might seem a little too extreme, like dang, I ain't had to do all of that, but we did. Glad to see you. Solstice was so cool. Solstice has been cool. I did not sleep last night. I think I went to bed at like 4 something, 5 o'clock. After a while, I was like, all right, Miles, because my son is an earth sign too. I was like, we gotta go to bed. We were just sitting there. We was up for a minute. And it wasn't like I wasn't kind of tired. I just couldn't go to sleep. I was just here. And I was the latest I've been up in a while, because lately I've been going to bed like fairly early. Not very, fairly. Early to me, not early to the average person either. But yeah, so Earth babies, let's pull a card. Ooh, Radiance, St. John's Wort. We're on the 2. We love it. Okay, so y'all want to focus on y'all sun sign, enjoying your experiences, being present and walking through your experiences, or running through your experiences with the mindset of a child, just being happy and free. I like this card. You see all the yellow, all the just and that's how we want it. As you can see, it's a lot of fast shit that's moving. It's a woman running. That's so crazy. It's a house on fire in the back. I hate it here. I hate it here so much. But it's a woman running really fast. It's a bird flying. It's rabbits. We know rabbits are fast. It's a deer running, and the deer has like a halo around itself. She's blowing the air that kind of created his halo. So a lot of things are going to be moving very fast for you guys, Earth babies. Very fast movement happening here. So yeah, those blows of transformation are going to be hard and fast, because it's like a big thing happening for you guys. It's a very big thing happening for you. I was up watching Orion go by. Oh, nice. Nice. So now we're going to expand on that radiance and what you're bringing, because like I said, y'all going to be put in like important positions and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Ooh, I got the 7 of Cups for y'all. 7 is heaven. This is the number of perfection. You guys are the magicians. Being in alignment with your internal law and Maya is key here. Being able to utilize your elements. You guys are gonna, this is a good one. This is really like manifesting the things in your space and the abundance in your space. It's very good things happening for you, Earth signs. I like the 7 of Cups. I like that a lot. But it's gonna start off with a bang though. Virgo sunshine card, not that fire, not the fire, right? This reading was for me. My cards are sticky. What did I do? I don't like that. All right, we got the reverse 6 of chalices. So, we could upright the 6, but 6 dealing with our Tipperif, our confidence, and our courageousness. 6 also deals with our daily routine and stuff like that, and just aligning it more so with our emotions. So having more spiritual routines and more routines that's giving light to your emotions will help you with this 7 of Cups. Because once you master that 6 of Cups, and like the breathing routine I gave y'all, tapping into your Akashic records, being more intentional. When I was a kid, I used to pray. We used to say our prayers before we went to bed. But now, as an adult, I have a newfound realization of that prayer before bed. It could be meditation before bed. I could speak to the deities before bed. I can, go outside and ground myself before bed. Having that kind of mindset, like I got to speak some intentions into what I want to do when I go into this 12th house, when I go into this dream world. You know what I'm saying? That's a heavy thing as well. Cats be jumpy. That was confirmation. Right, confirmation, right? Now we're going to talk about which Sephiroth the Earth babies need to focus on themselves. the moon in Aquarius, the seven of swords, another seven, Netzach, which is the celestial designers, is the Sephiroth y'all want to focus on, making things beautiful. You're not really paying attention to details, okay? 8 is paying attention to details. 7 is just creating a beautiful picture. That means that you're not in charge of the details. You don't get to control the how, when, why, whatever, whatever. Just say what you want, and then you gotta trust after that, because you know. I guess that's why the 6 is in reverse too, because this 6 could be Virgo, which is the details of things too. So while you're doing the 7, you know, may not be so focused on the 6 in that realm of things. But yeah, we're working on the moon in Aquarius, where our intuition is in being rebellious, being unique, being revolutionary. So, you know, a lot of the downloads you guys are getting are calling you guys to do things that never been done before. You're probably going to be the first person to do it. That means that you don't really have too many people, places, things, situations to talk to about advice on how to go about doing it, how you're about to do it, in the exact detail you're about to do it in, which you don't fully have control over the details. So, you know, just like, you know, hang back, you know, go along for the ride. But yeah, making things beautiful, tapping into your Venusian placements like Libra and Taurus more so because this is an earth reading. But that's a heavy one. Intellect, knowledge, downloading from the Ketters, big one. You guys are going to experience a miracle in the solar plexus chakra, being, you know, put into a space of awareness. You know, when you guys start enforcing what it is that you're going for, that you're running towards, that you're creating up here. This is how we started. We started with the sun, right? So when you guys really start moving to what you're going for, a miracle is going to come from you enforcing it. And so that's why you don't have control over the details, because there's a miracle on the way. Not only was there like a big ass push, because Uranus is over there in Taurus too, and we'll talk about the northern hemisphere for those of you that live in the southern hemisphere. We'll talk about the northern planets because you guys are actually having your summer solstice, so we'll talk about that tomorrow. But for those of you guys in the north dealing with the south, you know, when you enforce these things in your space and you trust, you know, Uranus is over there in Taurus and they're giving progressive pushes any fucking way. So you don't control the details because a miracle is coming. You don't even know what's about to punch you in your face. That is scary. Anyway. Yeah, this one was for me, y'all. Anyway, so as far as the spiritual divination card, we have over concern. You can't control everything. 4 and 7, finding stability in your emotions and your expression and how you go about doing things. Yeah, you're not here to control everything. You don't have control over everything. You're too invested. Thank y'all for tapping the hearts on the screen. You're too concerned. And then it's making you move scary. You see how my man, he big as hell, look worried about that little ass mouse. You know what I'm saying? You're just over concerned because that mouse is more afraid of you than you are of it. Look how small it is, and it knows it. So that's what I had for you, Earth babies. That was a good one. That was definitely for moi. And I hope my other Earth babies, wherever Earth is in your chart, I got a lot of Earth. My Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Capricorn, Neptune, Uranus. It's a lot of Earth over here, cuz. But yeah, so that's what I got for y'all, and that is the collective reading for the solstice. And we did the east and west, and I will see y'all tomorrow because we're gonna go over the north. Well, what's happening in the southern hemisphere with the summertime. And then I also want to read chapter 9 of the perfection chart with you guys. We're going over perfectionism, which is really cool because that's one of my toxic traits on myself. I'm very hard on myself, and nothing I do is ever good enough for me. So I don't really like to talk to people about what I got going on, because I'll be in my head making myself feel small the entire time. And yeah, that's what we got. I appreciate y'all tapping in with me. I thank y'all for sharing and liking the screen and talking to me. And I'm gonna go take my water break. And I appreciate y'all. Thank you. I'll see y'all tomorrow. And I can't wait to do this numerology reading with y'all for New Year's. That's gonna be really fun. Because I was very over concerned with the details. Peace, y'all. How do I get out of here? I don't see the get out of here button. Oh, there it is. Mad love to you too, Kayshawn. I'm always happy to see you. I love you so much.